John, thank you for doing this, but I think I speak on behalf of my colleagues in this room, and we want the record to reflect that this was sent to us about 10 minutes before the briefing began, with little notice, and it's the very definition of a modern major holiday news dump.
And so for all this talk of chaos, I just didn't see it, not from my perch.
But then when we moved down to the actual gates, absolute chaos from the beginning.
Three minutes after the blast, a U.S. drone records the catastrophic aftermath.
The Taliban is not the North Vietnamese army. They're not remotely comparable in terms of capability. There's going to be no circumstance where you see people being lifted off the roof of an embassy of the United States from Afghanistan. It is not at all comparable.
In looking through this, it doesn't seem to address the $7 billion in military hardware and technology that was left in Afghanistan for the Taliban.
Courtesy of Uncle Sam, American-supplied armor, now riding under Taliban colors. Their ragtag desert army now mechanized, even with the odd helicopter.
And look at what we left behind in terms of hardware. The American people paid for this. You guys paid for, in many cases, your lives for this and your livelihoods for this.
You know, the president took office in January. The withdrawal happened in August. Does the president take responsibility for leaving all or some of that?
You know who was responsible for that equipment? The Afghans. As I said in my opening statement, decided they weren't going to fight for their country, that they were just going to leave it behind. So it is the Afghans who were responsible for the turnover of all that equipment.
The depiction of the commander-in-chief that you present, or this commander-in-chief, is of a figure almost helpless and shaped and buffeted by individuals and forces and entities that are beyond his control, when he had every option to increase the troop size there during his 8 months in office. He had every option to intensify attacks on the 5,000 Taliban fighters and so on. So I just don't understand why you're willing to depict your boss, the commander-in-chief, as so helpless in this instance.
The president was anything but helpless. The purpose of the document that we're putting out today is to sort of collate the chief reviews and findings of the agencies that did after-action reviews. It's not, the purpose of it is not accountability. Nobody's saying that everything was perfect, but there was a lot that went right, and a lot of Afghans are now living better lives in this country and other countries around the world.